That's very difficult.
If you're Bryce Young, it's difficult. It's difficult to deal with those expectations. But
no, okay,
Caleb
so
Williams,
they are the
yeah,
same prospect. Okay, they're the same. He has a slightly better team. They will be solid, but they will not be a playoff team. Okay.
Chicago, stand up, Chi-Town. All right.
I think you may become a Bears fan. Got the Bears finishing higher than the Packers. Man, what are you doing?
I've got the Bears finishing higher than the Packers. See, I am objective. I'm objective.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
Music Tavares Jordan. Music, but we have a happy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derek Thompson.
And I'm Diego Thompson.
And who are we?
We're the Pick'em Pros.
We are the Pick'em Pros coming back at you in the house with a special edition of Who You Got, Father-Son Dynamic Duo, episode 107. Man, we are here to talk about the NFC. Last week, we gave you our AFC picks, our division winners, and our wild cards. Today, we're going to give you our division winners and our wild cards for the NFC. You ready, man?
I'm ready, man. Let's get to it.
We got a fun show today. We're going to get into that, and then we have our Pick'em Pro Fantasy League, first Pick'em Pro League that we're starting, and we are going to draw the names for the draft. So we've got 13 teams. We got lucky 13 teams in our league. And we're going to draw 13 through 1. So we're going to finish with that. So you got to watch till the end. Don't fast forward. You got to watch till the end to see the draft order. All right. Going to be a lot of smash talk. Desmond Clark, former tight end of the Chicago Bears, will be joining us. My dad. We got Summer. We got Silas. A lot of people joining us, man. So it's going to be fun. All right. Well, let's get into our NFC picks first, man. Why don't you start us off? We'll go North, South, East, and West. Let's go ahead and go through that. And tell us 1 through 4 for the NFC North, man.
All right, so NFC North. So 1 through 4?
Oh, 4 to 1. Yeah, let's go 4 to 1.
Let's go 4 to 1, NFC North. Number 4, I got the Minnesota Vikings. Of course, their rookie, J.J. McCarthy, out for the year with his torn MCL, I think it is, but I don't think that's really the reason. Him and Sam Darnold, I don't think Sam Darnold's going to be the best QB this year.
Okay.
I just don't think the Vikings are going to be all that great. And the division is also has 3 great teams that are ahead of them. So, I just think it's going to be hard for them to finish above last.
All right.
And number 3, I got the Bears, Chicago Bears with their new rookie QB, Caleb Williams, adding Keenan Allen and Aroma Dunze to the receiving core, Cole Kmet tight end. They got some really good weapons, and I still think since the division's so stacked, they're going to finish third, and some issues with their defense and O-line.
Okay.
But I still have them finishing third.
All right.
Number 2, I got the Packers. Made a pretty deep run last year, beating the Cowboys, getting to the divisional round. A lot of people didn't expect that. I expect them to make the playoffs again and be second in this division with Jordan Love and adding Josh Jacobs and all that. So, number 1, I got the Detroit Lions.
Detroit?
Number 1, best team. Went to the NFC Championship. Got pretty much the same team, so I think they'll run it back.
Okay. I think they're going to run it back. All right. So, NFC North, I agree with some of what you've put down and disagree with a little bit, man. So before I agree with you, man, I've got the Minnesota Vikings finished last. I think everybody knows that. It's funny because Roy, who's in our fantasy league, he messaged me earlier today asking between Caleb Williams and who's the other one? The quarterback out of with the Commanders out of LSU, McDaniels. He was asking who, if he was taking a quarterback late, who he should pick. And I told him go with the sleeper McCarthy, since he's in our league. So I gave him some great advice. So Roy, make sure you take McCarthy as your quarterback. You won't regret it. And yeah, that'll help us out a lot. Go ahead and take McCarthy,
All
man.
right.
But anyway, yeah, Vikings we got last. Number 3 is going to surprise you, man. I actually made a change. I'm going Green Bay Packers.
Wow, really?
Number 3, yes. I think the Packers actually take a slight step back. Jordan Love got paid. I think that's a bad sign again. There was questions before if he was the guy. He started the season off slow and then finished strong. And
Very strong.
And he finished very, very strong. But that's a small body of work for the amount of money that he got. I think he's going to have a lot of pressure. It's receiver by committee. And I don't know. I like what the Bears and, of course, what the Lions are doing. I've got the Packers finishing third in the division. I think people are maybe a little too high on the Packers. I'm going them number 3. Number 2, I've got the Chicago Bears. I'm a little higher on the Bears this year.
Right.
Caleb Williams is looking great. That receiving
He hasn't
core,
even played.
DJ. Oh yes, he did. Man, did you see those couple of snaps in the preseason game? Everybody's losing their mind
Couple of snaps,
over
okay.
Caleb Williams, man. Yes, he's the
You
next.
know how many people have got a couple of good snaps and end up being bad?
Yes, Daniel Jones did.
Yeah.
So they were talking about how great he looked at first.
How's that going?
So,
Yeah.
but again, Patrick Mahomes. Hey, Patrick Mahomes look really good. So could be one or the other. He could be, Daniel
Bryce
Jones.
says he's Patrick Mahomes.
Or he could be Bryce. How did Bryce look?
Bryce was solid. I mean, I don't know about. I can't remember how he was in preseason.
Yeah, you wiped that out of your memory bank.
I don't watch the preseason. I watch regular games.
All right. Well, so I've got Chicago Bears number 2. I think with the weapons they have, Bears are going to finish second. And then number 1, come on, Detroit Lions. Everybody knows how I feel about the Lions
You might have to explain.
Detroit.
You have to explain why you have.
Man, they have my guy, Amon-Ra St.
Clarify,
Brown.
yes.
Okay, they've got a great coach. They have the great tight end. They just all the positions, man. Defense, there are no weaknesses with the Detroit Lions. They should have won the Super Bowl last year.
Whatever. Jameson Williams, he's gonna have a good year. He was a first round pick from Alabama. He started to come around last year, so I think this year he's gonna have a big year.
No.
So watch out for him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So let's go to NFC South. Who you got?
NFC South, number 4 team. I have the New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr, I don't know about him. There's a lot of questions with the team. The coaching isn't looking so great. Alvin Kamara is always hurt. Michael Thomas is gone. Chris Olave, he's a good receiver. They're replacing Michael. Well, he's not Michael Thomas, not prime Michael Thomas, but replacing him. Michael Thomas is gone, so it's just a lot of changes. Their defense, I think, got worse, so it's just a lot of change. And I expect them to finish last in the NFC South.
Okay.
All right. Number 3, I have the Atlanta Falcons. Kirk Cousins coming off the Achilles. I don't know how he's going to respond, especially earlier in the season. So I'm kind of worried about that a little bit. Kyle Pitts has an injury history. Bijan Robinson, I don't think he's going to live up to expectations. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. All I got to say. Darnell Mooney, they got him. I think he's overrated. So he has just a lot of bad things.
So they may have a lot of overrated moves. A lot of people love the moves that the Falcons have made.
I think some, and it's not even really that. Like a few, it's not really that. Like one or two people you can say are overrated, but I just think mainly it's more about injuries. You know what I'm saying? Like injuries, that's part of it. Yeah.
All right.
Gotten hit by injuries a few times. And number 2, I have the Tampa Bay Bucks. Baker Mayfield coming off his big year, divisional playoff appearance.
Okay.
They still got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. They got a pretty solid team, good defense. I expect them to finish second in this division. Behind the number 1 team, which is going to be the Carolina Panthers. I expect Bryce Young to have a big year this year with the receivers that he has, and the head coach Dave Canales. The last 2 years, in 2022, he went to Seattle, helped Geno Smith get to the playoffs and have his best year. Pro Bowl Geno Smith. That's when Dave Canales showed up. And the year after that, he went to Tampa, got Baker Mayfield, and then Baker had a Pro Bowl season, took his team to the divisional round. Now he's in Carolina. He's going to do the same thing with Bryce. Then he's going to help him have an amazing year. So, And with Deontay Johnson coming in, he's a great route runner. You know what I'm saying? Very speedy. Adam Thielen was statistically the best slot receiver in the NFL last year. You know what I'm saying? They got Xavier Legette, the first round receiver. You know what I'm saying? Built like DK Metcalf. Great defense. J.C. Horn, the corner, coming back.
Okay, you're just naming the roster. Come on, man. Good gracious.
J.C.
Nobody
Horn,
thinks the Panthers are going to do anything.
J.C. Horn was a first round cornerback a few years ago. He's been injured, but when he's played, he's been a Pro Bowl level player. Look it up.
Okay, man, you're wasting entirely too much time of this show. All the Carolina.
Derek Brown, everybody, man,
right.
Guys.
This is ridiculous. Okay,
Panthers.
Homer Simpson once again. Homer Simpson.
How? I'm stating real facts.
Yeah, you're just naming the roster. You're just running off the roster.
And they're good players. That's the thing. And a good coach. It's a very important key. The O-line got better, too. We added a few really good O-linemen.
Okay, you're gonna name the whole offensive line?
I'm not gonna name. I named a lot of people already, so I'm gonna chill.
Okay, thank you, appreciate that. All right, so NFC South, man, we've got the New Orleans Saints. I agree with you there. They're number 4. I've got Carolina Panthers.
What?
At number 3.
Number 3.
Most people probably have the Panthers last. Okay, I'm being nice.
And the Carolina Panthers have a great running game. Miles Sanders plays great when he has good O-linemen. Chuba Hubbard was really good last year. He had almost 1,000 yards, 900 or something. And they got the best running back in the whole draft, or the number 1 taken running back in the whole draft, Jonathan Brooks from Texas. So, just saying, running game's good too.
I've got Carolina Panthers number 3, being very nice. Number 2, I've got the Tampa Bay Bucks. Baker. I think they'll run it back, have a solid season. I've got them number 2. But come on, the class of the AFC South, everybody knows, is going to be the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, man, they're going to be so nice.
Why?
They've got.
Give me a reason.
They've got running back. They've got receivers. Now they've picked up defense.
Who?
They've picked up defense.
Name them.
I don't have to
defense.
Name them.
Who have they picked up outside of Kirk Cousins?
I don't have to sit here and just rattle off the entire roster. Who have they picked up
outside of Kirk?
I don't have to sit here and rattle off the entire roster.
Who's 36, coming off a torn Achilles?
I'm not going to just rattle off the entire roster. Okay, but Atlanta Falcons are going to win the AFC South. You can book that. That's easy. I'll bet anything you want to bet on that. All right, that's a done deal. Okay, dude, man. Wardrobe change.
Looks like a bandwagon wardrobe.
Oh, man, wardrobe change.
Literally has world champions right on the side.
Well, hey, man.
Why you have to get the championship hat, man?
Hey, man, I can't help it if I'm a champion. All right.
Wasn't you.
All right, NFC East, who you got?
Number 4, I got the New York Giants. Daniel Jones, I heard he's looked very bad in training camp. And so I don't expect a good year from him. The only bright spot is Malik Neighbors, the receiver, but it doesn't really help if you can't have a QB to throw it to him, or an O-line to block for the QB and get the receiver open. So, I think they're going to finish last. Number 3, I have the Washington Commanders. They got the first number 2 overall pick, Jaden Daniels. Heisman winner. He looked very good in a few snaps he got in the preseason game. Heard good things about him so far, so that's good. You got Austin Eckler in the backfield. Now you got Terry McLaurin at the wideout. So they got a pretty solid offense actually. Okay. So but I don't think it's good enough to get past number 3 spot.
Okay.
And number 2 have the Dallas Cowboys. With they have a lot of bad things going on right now. Micah Parsons, CD, and Dak all want to get paid. But I do think CD will have a big year since he's still fighting for that deal.
It's exactly how the Cowboys want it. It's exactly how they want it.
But it's just been people haven't been getting a lot of reps, and this team has still been bad. So they finished disappointingly last year. So and they got Zeke as their running back. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, true. They are in the news, which is what they want. So.
All right, well, it's not going to win games. All right, well, number 1, I got the Eagles. They're stacked. They're stacked this year on offense with Jalen Hurts, Saquon, of course, AJ and Devontae outside. Yeah. Their defense is good. So I just think they're going to finish first in this division. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, hey, I agree with you. I have the exact same order. Giants 4. Commanders 3, Cowboys 2, Eagles 1. I've got the exact same order for the NFC East. I think that's pretty predictable. So no need for me to elaborate there. I'll go ahead and lean on you for that one, man. Light work. All right. Okay. Who you got NFC West?
All right. NFC West, number 4, I have the Arizona Cardinals. I think they are going to be a little bit better this year with a healthy Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison to fold in the mix. But the other 3 teams in the division are all good teams, so I just think it's going to be hard to get past them.
Okay.
So, by that being said, my third team is the Seattle Seahawks. Of course, they got a solid QB, Geno. They got DK and Tyler Lockett outside, and Jackson Smith and Jigba, second-year first-round receiver. So I think they're a solid team. But the top 2 teams are very good, so not going to put them ahead of those teams. Number 2, I have the LA Rams. I expect them to make the playoffs. Healthy Matt Stafford, Kyron Williams, who was a really good rookie running back last year. They got Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, healthy Cooper Kupp on the outside. So I think they're going to have a solid season and make the playoffs. Number 1, I have the San Fran 49ers. Think a little bit. I don't think they're going to be quite as good as last year, but I do think it's going to be good enough to finish first in this division, because they do have a stacked roster, despite the few problems they have.
Yeah, I think they have a Super Bowl hangover, but I'm gonna give you my NFC West. I've got number 4. I've got Seattle Seahawks. I think they're going to miss Pete Carroll. I think that is a move that they'll regret. So, wish they still had him. I think that's going to bump them down. Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray. I think he has a solid season. Needs to start showing what he can do again. Marvin Harrison Jr., defense is stepping up. I think they surprise people, finish 3rd. Number 2, I've got the San Francisco 49ers. That Super Bowl hangover bumps them down to 2. Yep. I think that's the surprise, but I know I'm right about that. And then number 1, I've got the LA Rams. Yes, I think McVay's a solid coach. He's going to cook up some great schemes. You've got Cooper Kupp. He's going to be back to his Triple Crown form.
Oh, that's going to be hard.
Yeah, man. I think the Rams are going to have a good season. I've got them winning the division and making a strong run this year. LA Rams. Yes, you heard it here first. Picking pros. All right. Well, let's quickly get into the wild card, and then the moment y'all been waiting for, at least the people in our fantasy league, the VIP subscribers for Pick'em Pros. We have our inaugural Pick'em Pro League, and we are picking the draft order. The draft is next week, August 24th. We're drafting, and then we'll actually film that, and then that'll be our show the following week. But can't wait for that. Oh, it's going to be so fun. So we're going to pick, it's 13 teams. So it's going to be tough to draft, but we're going to pick the draft order. So those that are in our league will know where you're picking in just a little bit. But all right, so we know for the division, you've got the Lions, Panthers, Eagles, and 49ers. They are locks. They're in the playoffs. Who are your 3 wild card teams?
All right, my 3 wild cards. Number 3, my 3rd wild card is the Rams. Last wild card team. I think they have a good season, sneak into the playoffs, and with everything I said about them earlier. Okay. Number 2, have the Dallas Cowboys. Don't think they're going to be quite as good as last year, but of course they'll find a way to get into the playoffs and then embarrassingly lose.
Fox will make sure they get in.
Yeah, they'll get in.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Number 1, I have the Green Bay Packers. I like the run they had last year. I like their running game. I think their running game is going to be more reliable and better. So, yeah, that's my wild card teams, man.
Okay. You got solid picks. I think most people would agree with those picks, but I've got slightly different. So, again, I've got Detroit Lions, Atlanta Falcons, Philadelphia Eagles, and LA Rams as my 4 division winners. Those are my locks. My wild cards, okay, 3rd spot, I've got the Dallas Cowboys. I've got the Cowboys squeaking in, okay?
Oh, wow.
The commissioner
didn't
Fox,
you have them first in the division?
No, I've got I've got the Eagles. I got the Eagles winning. But the Cowboys get in there. They get in there in the final spot. That 2nd spot, I've got Chicago Bears. The Bears get into the playoffs. Caleb Williams, the next Patrick Mahomes, is going to do his thing.
Man,
I think the
Bears aren't going to
have a resurgence.
Here's the thing,
and are in the playoffs. Shout out to
it's hard for
Uncle
first
Dwayne
year.
and
It's hard for first year first year number 1 overall quarterbacks do well because the expectations are very high. And, he does have a pretty good roster, so I think he should be solid. But to be that high in the playoffs, wow.
It's difficult.
That's very difficult.
If you're Bryce Young, it's difficult. It's difficult to deal with those expectations. But
no, okay.
Caleb
so
Williams,
they are the
yeah,
same
he's got
prospect, okay? They're the same. He has a slightly better team. They will be solid, but they will not be a playoff team, okay?
Chicago, stand up. Chi-town. All
I
right.
think you may become a Bears fan. Got the Bears finishing higher than the Packers? Man, what are you doing?
I've got the Bears finishing higher than the Packers. See, I am objective. I'm objective. And then in that first spot, I got the San Francisco 49ers. So they will have a Super Bowl hangover, but not that much of a hangover. Okay. They'll sleep it off by midseason, and they'll be able to get into the playoffs. Jeez. And maybe make a little noise there. All right. So, man, you ready to determine what the draft order is going to be?
Yeah, man.
All right, let's do it. So we have Miss Keisha, who works here, Pick'em Pros headquarters. Well, she's going to come on, and she is going to draw the names. See, we're being fair. So we have all the names in a bowl. She's going to join us and actually pull the names, and then that's going to determine the draft order. We couldn't think of any other more fair way to do this. So that's the way we're going to do it. All right, cool. Let's do it. All right, Keisha. All right, so this is the moment that everybody in our fantasy league has been waiting on. We are determining the draft order. All right, so we've got Miss Keisha here. She is one of our number 1 fans, number 1 subscribers of Pick'em Pros, works here in Pick'em Pro headquarters. All right, and she's going to so we can be non-biased and whatnot, okay? Although I did say she works at Pick'em Pro headquarters, so I don't know how non-biased she is. But we've got the jar right here of the names. She's going to pull the jar. We've got 13 teams in our league, lucky 13. So we're going 13 through 1. So the first one you pick is going to have the 13th pick in the draft. The next one's going to be 12th. So we're going to go 13 to 1. All right? Okay. So she's not looking. The names are here. She's going to pull them, and we're going to write them down. So just pick the first one out. And this is the 13th. This one has the 13th pick in the draft. Let's see who this is. All right. Okay, DC Nation. Okay, yep, that's David. That's DC. DC Nation, you have the number 13 pick, 12. Oh, okay, State Farm. Okay, that's Smitty. He's the commissioner in our other league, Fantasy Football Guru. He's got the number 12 pick. I know he'll know what to do with that. Okay, number 11 pick.
All right.
Oh, hey. That's yours truly, Big D.
All right.
Number 11.
You going to get a receiver, man?
Okay. Well, it is kind of left. That is kind of low. So that is kind of low. So I don't know how happy I am with that. But
to get a QB. I don't know.
I will work with it. It's going to be a challenge having 13 teams. So it's going to really test our fantasy acumen here. All right. Number 10 is Summer, our Seminole Summer. All right. Seminole Summer. Okay. So she has the number 10 pick. Congrats to you. All right, now we got number 9. What we got here? Oh, okay. Lose Loud Team. That's Pawpaw. That's my dad. Your grandfather.
All right.
Okay. This is number 9.
Is this number 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Lose Loud Team is number 9.
Okay.
All right. Roy is number 8. Roy representing the West Coast.
All right.
Big 49er fan. He's number 8. All right. Okay. Number 7. All hail to the king. Oh, yeah. Our boy Chris. Yes. Shout out to Chris. Yep. All right. Chris has the number 7 pick. He's a fantasy guru. He'll know how to work with number 7. All right, number 6. Okay, the Cleveland Gladiators. Cleveland Gladiators, number 6. That's Joshua. All right. So Joshua, I know. See, Joshua, now you finally know where you're picking. So we've been talking every day. He's been asking, like, where am I picking? So you got to wait till Saturday. So now you know. All right. Okay. Okay, number 5, Mike's D team. Okay, yeah, that's Mike Sims. That's Mike Sims. All right, Mike Sims has the number 5 pick. Also known as Walmart, a.k.a. Walmart. He's from the D, so you got to have nicknames. So, yeah, we'll explain more of why we call him Walmart later. All right, but Mike Sims has Number 5. Okay. Ooh, number 4. Brandon Bean. All right, Brandon. Representing Texas. Think he's a Jets fan from his logo. All right, Diego, we'll see, man. Now we're down to the top 3. Top 3 picks. Who is number 3? Let's see. Oh, I just jinxed him. The ballers, Diego.
I'm three.
Diego
Okay.
has the
All right.
3rd pick. All right. Diego is number 3. Okay. Now, top 2. Let's see who has the number 2 pick in the inaugural Pick'em Pro fantasy draft. Who is it? Oh, Desmond Clark. Oh, man. Okay. Dez is picking number 2. See, now, Dez, hey, you might be happy about that, but it's going to be a long time before that number 2 pick comes back to you. So, Dez, you better hit with that first pick or else it is over. Woo-wee, it's a lot of pressure. All right. And number 1 is, Mr. Canada Elite Silas, joining us all the way from Canada. Silas has the number 1 pick. Congratulations. All right. That was fun. Well, hey, Keisha, let's get a mic to Keisha, man. Hey, so first of all, thanks for all the love and support. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Glad I could help.
Great to have. So you've been putting our posters everywhere from day one. One of our original subscribers is Keisha, has been just a huge advocate of Pick'em Pros, has set up events for us to be able to talk about what we do. So we really appreciate you. So thank you. And hey, now we got our draft order thanks to Keisha.
You're welcome.
All right, okay. All right, so hey, there you have it. We are set. Man, we know where we're picking. How you feel about where you picking, man?
Yeah, man, I like the 3rd pick, man. I'm gonna get an elite receiver.
Yeah, man, I'm at 11. Ooh, that's far. So a lot of people are gonna be gone, but I can get my 2nd person pretty quick. So I'm not mad at that. I mean, I'd probably rather be. I think the best spot is in the middle, actually. So 5, 6, 7. Michael Sims, Josh, Chris. You guys probably have the best draft area there. Picking last is not bad because then you have your back-to-back, and then Silas being first can pick back-to-back. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. A lot of trash talking, and we're gonna have to dig deep in this draft. And yeah, your stars have to play, but then you're gonna have those gems. You're gonna have those people off the bench, those people that nobody knows that come in and get a touchdown or get a few catches. You're going to have those people on your roster for the Pick'em Pro League. See, we can't just be like every other league. 10-team league, it's easy to win that. That's nothing. I've won 1 million of those, okay? But, okay, when you get beyond 12, we got a 13-team league. Yeah, you got to really know what you're doing. You got to really draft. That's what I'm talking about here with the Pick'em Pros. All right? All right, man. You ready, man?
All right, I'm ready, man.
All right, man. Let's get on out of here. We'll see y'all next time. Until then, Pick'em Pros.